Hi, I'm Dana Yarn, registered dietitian and nutrition coach. Today we're going to be talking about gluten, the pros, the cons, is it good, is it bad? So over the past 4 years, gluten-free products have grown 30%, creating a $3.9 million industry. That's big. Even us as a food company, we have developed different gluten-free options, and we have a lot of customers and potential customers who want to know if our products have gluten in them. So even Drew Brees won the Super Bowl, and he did it on a gluten-free diet. So celebrities and athletes are also adopting this lifestyle. So what is gluten? Gluten is a protein that's mainly found in wheat, barley, and rye. And it's also found in condiments and different processed seasoning packets. A lot of people avoid it because there is a popular autoimmune disorder called celiac disease. And this disorder is people who just cannot tolerate gluten. And it's about abdominal stress. They can become malnourished because their body isn't absorbing any of the nutrients from foods. And typically people with celiac disease, there is no cure. They just have to stick to a very strict gluten-free diet. Now, celiac disease is one thing, but why are celebrities and athletes and the general population going gluten-free even if they're not gluten intolerant? Like I said, they seem to believe it makes them feel sluggish and it leads to weight gain. So as a registered dietitian, I would say anyone with celiac disease or gluten intolerance should avoid it at all costs. But for the mainstream population, looking at the big picture, gluten is in a lot of processed carbohydrate items. So if you're eating a lot of cakes and cookies and pastries and white breads or enriched flour, white flour, then of course you're going to lead to weight gain, and it's going to cause a big problem. So avoiding gluten initially you'll lose a lot of weight. But if you stick to a healthy diet full of whole grains, nuts, seeds, lots of fruits and vegetables, and lean protein with a little bit of gluten, you can lose weight as well. So it's kind of your decision. Now, if you want to know, if you maybe think that you are gluten intolerant, see your doctor for a blood test and find out for real. And then you can start making dietary adjustments according to your celiac disease, gluten intolerance, or if you just want to try it and see what it feels like. All right, so as I talked about before, gluten is typically in breads, pastas, things like beer and pizza, and different processed seasoning packets and condiments. So if you wanted to go gluten-free, the big kicker here is you're really looking for carbohydrates from different sources. Exotic sources like quinoa, if you've never heard of that, it's spelled quinoa, and it's a whole grain. Millet and rice, wild rice, of course, brown rice, not white rice. These are all gluten-free. So going gluten-free has created weight loss because people are paying more attention to their diet and they're eating whole grains that are not processed carbohydrates. So yes, at first it will definitely lead to weight loss, but now the industry is booming and 30% rise in products on the shelves. There's gluten-free Oreos, and there's gluten-free pizza crust, and there's gluten-free junk food now. So avoiding those products as well will lead to weight loss. But if you just take your old habits of eating junk food and making them gluten-free, you probably won't see the weight loss like people are saying you will. So try it out. If you want to go gluten-free, you're going to be avoiding breads and pastas mainly, and you're going to read a lot of labels. And you're going to probably start eating some exotic whole grains like quinoa and millet I had explained before. This is going to be a nice lifestyle change, and you could really enjoy it. And if you do feel like you have more energy and you do lose weight, then maybe it's for you. And if you see no difference and you're not losing any weight and your energy level is still the same, then stick to whole grains coming from whole wheat pasta and whole grain bread, and you can have your little bit of gluten. But every healthy diet should consist mainly of fruits and vegetables and lean protein from fish, chicken breast, or lean beef, and then nuts and seeds. So you're eating right and possibly gluten-free with Dana Yarn.